What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Landbridges AI only battle. If you're wondering where the Civ 6 England game is, that'll all come clear 2 days from now. I'm going to explain it later on, but yeah, it's not completely dead, don't worry. If you were expecting that today instead. But yeah, we're back with this again, and it's going to be every night in the 9 o'clock slot, basically, which is the normal slot. So yeah, until it's finished, and then there'll just be another one. So I'll explain it all in due course. So yeah, we'll just carry on with the battle, because obviously that stuff's not really relevant for anyone who's watching in, like, I don't know, 6 months time, if someone's catching up, I don't know, whatever. But there's plenty going on in this game. So the Iroquois have just pieced out with the Aztecs. Also, if you're wondering, there's no new bridges this episode, don't worry, not too much confusion. We're going to do it every 100 turns, if I haven't made that 100% clear. So yeah, at turn 200, we'll add some more in. But for now, we'll leave the map as it is. It's getting quite interesting. The Aztecs, they were really close. They seem to have slowed down a little bit in their attempts to grab this off the Chinook. Japan are obviously in the same war, trying their best to grab Osaka back, but it doesn't look like much is going to happen from that one. Okay, I forgot to preload the map. Rookie error. No, let me just do it now. Ready? We'll be quick. Ready? But okay, Brazil was already there. Okay, now it's working fine. Sometimes some places, as you can see, they don't all load in, and even when I click away really far now, it starts to do it for little bits. But yeah, at the start I normally go around, load it all in, so it remembers as much as possible. Something like that. But I forgot, which is why it was a bit laggy at the start. But it's all fine now. I looked at the score list in the info addicts just to see, obviously scores like the best sort of, it's not great, but it's an average sort of thing. It shows who's doing okay. The Zulu weren't winning, the Iroquois were winning. I think we did see that before. But surprisingly, Ethiopia were right up there as well. So we're sort of all pandering to the Zulu, being very scary, which I guess they are. They have impies. But Ethiopia's pretty good, and their ability comes from defending against civs with more cities than them. So they're in the ideal spot right now. Not to mention all these mountains and lakes in the way. Although this region will be hotly contested, I imagine, if a war was to break out. But those guys are trading right now, so I wouldn't get any hopes up. There's a UK settler, probably going to go to Scotland. They're running back to the British Isles. That's going to be quite impressive. I like how they completely ignored Scotland up to this point. Just didn't want it, I assume. What else was going on? Arabia was getting destroyed by everybody. Yep, and it looks like the Ottomans or Egypt. Bit of a race. But I think the Ottomans haven't been this turn, so it should be them. In theory. Turf that. Oh, and Siam has grabbed another one of Mongolia's cities and and they peaced out. Okay, so Mongolia will survive for a little bit longer. And there we go. I was expecting that would happen at some point. Sweden v Great Britain. Now, if Sweden grab Manchester and Cologne, they'll basically have all of Denmark and pretty much all of Scandinavia as well. I guess Krakow here might be considered Scandinavia. I don't know if Sweden will attack the Ottomans, because in the AI's mind, the Ottomans are stronger, even though they're quite far away. So the AI might be a bit hesitant. We'll see. But that would be quite cool. But yeah, Britain trying to escape Sweden, just running back. The Mayans pieced out with America. Nothing really happened in that one. I didn't think it would. There's so much land here for the Mayans, and they're just completely bottling it. I don't know what they're up to. Oh wow, I did not see that coming. Okay. How the heck did they pull that one off? I assume these guys helped and have now been booted out, so it looks like they didn't help. Like, surely. And Rome just was like, there. Not these 3 units did it by themselves. But it does look like Morocco will be eliminated with Nigeria. Oh my goodness. The Congo's going to eliminate the Songhai. Or not quite eliminate them, but take their capital. What is going on? And the Zulu is now in North Africa. Okay. So much going on right now. Chinook, peace out with the Shoshone. Shoshone survived for now. I think they'll survive for a little while. Australia grabbed the Forbidden Palace. Lovely. Wonder. And another capital. There we go. It's happened. The Congo adding to the border gore by grabbing Gao. The Songhai, I don't think I've ever seen them fall that early. That's quite rare. They always like start to shine in the middle of the game for some reason. But yeah, this obviously is not going to be the case this time around. As they're gone. So is that 2 capitals? Am I forgetting one? 2 capitals in 1 turn. Wow. And both of them sort of hanging on in North Africa now. Nigeria is definitely going to take this, which will add to the border gore. And then we'll see what happens to the rest of the Songhai afterwards. Not looking promising. I don't know what Shaka's up to, by the way. I don't know who he's after. Might be Arabia. Ethiopia's trying over here. That's going to be difficult. Okay, another huge war in Europe. How is that going to go? The issue is it's so small. Like, whoever has... You need to kind of grab Cologne. If it went either way, if Germany had it, it would still be easier for France, if that makes sense. Morocco, piecing out with India. No, that's... Oh no, Morocco do have one more city as well over here. Although, that said... Oh my goodness, Brazil's army is marching in here. Heading towards Spain, maybe? Sweden joining in against Germany. That's brave, considering now they've got to fight 2 people at once. See how it works out for them. Probably not going to go too well. But, who knows? Who knows? Japan's denounced Russia and the Sioux. Super interested by this, but I am aware the Ottomans... Oh, they're so close. All the Egyptian units did die. But yeah, the Ottomans should grab Mecca next turn. That'll be another capital. Quite an eventful episode. Oh no, the pikemen, or whatever it was. Oh, there's another one there. That one should be fine to do it. And if not, there's another one behind him. I think it will happen this turn. Probably. Okay, no, it's not. But yeah, surely the next 2. Like, he might die this turn, but next turn, the other one should be able to get in there. Russia enters the Renaissance era, and another city here. That's quite an interesting placement. That's pretty smart, isn't it? Australia and Siam teaming up on Indonesia. Not that I really see a way for them to do this. Australia don't have that many boats. Indonesia's pretty compact. You've got to walk through these little one-tile thin bits. Yeah, it's not gonna... I think Indonesia will be just fine. This will probably be a big stalemate that helps none of them. Especially since Siam's got to bring all their stuff down from up here now. They've got much bigger things to focus on. I mean, obviously, I think it's going to come down to these 2, isn't it? The Jar v the Siam, and I think the Jar already seem... They look like they have the advantage. Can't be sure. They do look like it. Oh, Britain's just skipped Scotland. They'd rather not be there. The Iroquois going for the Faroe Islands. Of all places. But yeah, just ignoring this perfectly good tile right here with gems and dyes and pearls eventually. Guess everyone's scared of France. That would make some sense. I feel like this region's just about to get interesting. Brazil are just like having a bit of a look, seeing what's going on. Bear in mind they would have had to probably explore this because they've got boats now, but when I put it in, maybe they didn't. So all of a sudden they probably didn't even notice it straight away. Well, Nigeria is definitely going to get this if they can get a melee unit there. It's a logistical nightmare at the moment. Few issues for them. So Rome just need to take Carthage, and all of a sudden they'll be looking actually pretty good. Although obviously bordering France doesn't look so good. But apart from that, it'll be looking good. What am I looking for? Arabia. I'm trying to remember all the cities I need to keep going back to. They've survived one more turn. There's 2 more melee units here. You have to feel like surely. Oh, Arabia goes first. So yeah, this surely he can make that distance. Let's just wait. Actually, how is Germany doing against France? No, they're getting in, but I don't think they'll take this. There we go. There's the Iroquois city going down. They're sending more this way while Britain go further away. Maybe they're just scared of Sweden at this point. Wouldn't surprise me. Did the Ottomans do it? Okay, no. But hopefully one of these survives. Like, it's not that I want Arabia to go. It's just, it's getting a bit ridiculous now. But it does look like Arabia could be eliminated if they're not too careful. Because India could definitely now grab Medina here. And then if they just come down here and the Ottomans keep going and Ethiopia's here, maybe everything could fall. And that's going to leave a very divided mess. Unless they would just team up on Persia straight away. That could work too. Could work very well for them. What are you up to, Korea? You're just very good with science, very good population. Just keeping to yourselves. That's fair enough. That's fine. There's some good resources here. I'm surprised Japan... I guess Japan's probably a bit scared, but I'm guessing the Jar might have wanted it, but no. Australia did make it to New Zealand, so I don't need to put a bridge there now. It's all done. It was never in doubt. You guys, I think you wanted me to put one there because you were worried someone might beat them to it. That wasn't going to happen. It's all good. Australia's there now. How's it going in North Africa? Oh, Morocco is so close. But more importantly, it lets me over. There we go, the Ottomans finally get the job done, taking the city of Mecca and continuing to get really strong. Going to be a bit concerning. Obviously, they're in the most difficult spot of all the strong countries. Like, they are literally just slap bang in the middle of the map. Not really what you want to see for them. Oh, and Rome managed to sneak in and grab Rabat. I missed that one. There you go. So all of this sort of north part of Africa now, northwest, very, very far tip of the northwest, belongs to Rome. Like I said, just Carthage in the way at the moment, but now they can attack from both sides. You imagine Rome will eliminate them as well. Probably. France piecing out with Morocco, who are still here. Oh, well, I probably shouldn't have said that. For not very long, but they are here. And oh, there we go. Just like that, Mali grabbed this with the nice resources that come with it in their perfectly normal habitat to find cotton and sugar, I'm sure. Just on grassland in the middle of the sea. Still another one here, similar. You can see I was just clicking the same resources over and over again. Spain have another settler. We'll see where that ends up. Britain is yet to put theirs down. And the Iroquois' other one is now right. If they challenge France, that is going to be very interesting. Because there's finally like a viable route for combat on land. Normally you wouldn't see them attack each other over the sea. Whoever was powerful in Europe and in North America in the other games. Here it might be a bit more viable. Just fight through the cities like a little, almost like a pushing contest. I'll touch on that in a minute. I didn't even realize this was happening, but the Iroquois is probably going to take New York now. It's not just bad for America, but it's bad for probably everyone in North America. The Aztecs are very close to grabbing this city off the Chinook in the desert, although I think it'll be fine for food because of these floodplains. Ethiopia, if they can take Egypt, that would be huge. Rome is in that as well, but I don't think they'll come over this way. Yeah, if Ethiopia can get this, that'd be really big. And the Zulu apparently are going for Germany. That's why they've made this trek. Not sure that's going to... They might be after someone else as well already. But that doesn't seem... Yeah, there's no way that's happening. They're going to be fine. Manchester is very close. There's a lot of cities so close. It's hard to keep track of them all. The Aztecs just went. Looks like they failed somehow. Yep. Never mind. They do have another settler though, so we'll keep an eye on that. Not sure where it's going to go. There's already... Oh, there's two. Not really any more space though. How are India doing? They're into the yellow. There we go. The Iroquois grab New York. So that's America down to 2. Wonder if the Aztecs will join in to try and grab a little bit if they can. Right, where else? Europe, Britain. Warsaw's being sieged out by Germany, and Germany will probably actually take Warsaw. Just 500 years early. But, you know, that's just how it's going to be. And Sweden should... Yeah, Sweden will get this next turn. It's not very good. It will force Britain to basically just be in mainland Europe. And there we go. Wales now settled by the Iroquois. I'm happy France is strong, because that's getting kind of concerning that the Iroquois are coming over this way. So yeah, thank goodness France looks really powerful. And the fact Germany's just ignoring them is very bold. Just like, yeah, you can't get enough units through that gap. We'll be fine. You gotta respect the effort. Germany with a big peace deal with Arabia. Don't think that's too important. Doesn't look like any cities bizarrely changed hands. Trying to keep an eye up here all the time, just because I know there's going to be cities changing hands soon. Another Spanish city on the coast, and there we go. And India put in all that work, and the Ottomans just snuck in. That's gotta hurt, but there we go. The full Arabian Peninsula, normal Arabian Peninsula under Ottoman control. You can see where it ends with like the desert. But yeah, the Landbridge city of Damascus is still here. It's not got a huge amount of strategic value. I mean, obviously it connects Africa to Arabia, but it's not a canal or anything. The Red Sea is cut off now permanently. I don't think anyone will settle here, I'm afraid. Very unlikely. I don't think they can. I think you can on this map, in theory, but it's very unlikely. I think. Possibly. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but Manchester has fallen. But that's, you know, it's good for Sweden, but sadly they are going to probably lose 2 much better cities very soon. Germany is doing a really good job here, and this will be a huge gain for them. And I mean, I'm looking at someone like Russia, they don't look like they'll be able to stop them. Now the Shah have frozen the game again. Assume they're just changing dynasties. Please don't break it. I assume it's fine. Well, there's also going to be the World's Congress pretty soon. But yeah, it's just a new dynasty. It's kind of scary when it freezes. But they're now the Sui. or the Sui. And there we go. That was pretty expected. That probably slowed it a bit as well. This is going to be very complicated as to where the units are. Obviously Indonesia's kind of on their team as well. Don't know if we saw India settle here, but they have now. So there we go, we know. But I don't think we saw them actually do it. City, no, it looked like a city changed hands. I think it was just a border. Sometimes it's hard to see. Especially if they like grab this one, or a tile like this. Obviously this wasn't the one, but something like that, where it's a complete jump across the sea, always shows up differently on the map. Just catches the eye a bit more. Sweden can actually end up losing all of this if Germany just like stuck a unit. No, it's probably not going to happen, but it could. Sadly, yeah, they are this. Oh, Sweden, you look like you're on the edge of something great, but you're just overextended a bit too much here, I'm afraid. That really sucks. That would have been so interesting to see how that pans out. Also, there is not many civs left in Africa. Well, there's quite a few colours, but there's not many strong ones. And there we go, Britain arrived. Of all the places they could settle, I don't even know what this island's called, but just some fish. Fair enough. That's what we're reduced to in this game. Fair enough. Oh my goodness, how have you failed this? It was literally on 0 health and you had a unit next to it. I don't know how the Aztecs screwed that one up. We'll leave them be. They're doing fairly well elsewhere. I don't know where their settlers went. They hop in the sea? No. And there we go. Germany does roll into Warsaw in 1450. Pretty early. They're probably going to get Lodz as well, despite this late attempt at a fight back from Sweden. Maybe they'll take it back again. But yeah, that's a pretty big one for Germany. Especially since they lost Munich so early on. That would have sucked. But this would be so... If Germany could grab Lodz and then maybe take Cologne, although like I said, that would be harder to fight France. But obviously I guess if France is going to take it eventually, you may as well just get it now. May as well just get it yourselves. But yeah, if they could take Cologne, Lodz here, maybe Manchester, just to make sure Sweden's not coming back. Russia isn't that scary at all. Because they see... Oh no, that's not their borders. I was going to say maybe open borders, but no, there's a little gap. Russia doesn't look that scary. Attila's not really done much either, incredibly. His name is broken again. People said that was to do with the Cree mod. But he's not on this time. Okay, so the Congo is still... Oh wait, no, they grabbed Fez. So that is the Songhai eliminated. My favourite Civ gone. The Congo are doing pretty well, all things considered. My one concern is all their units are up here, not down here on the Zulu border. Although... the same can be said for Shaka. Oh, just sends me flying up there. His units are all over here, so... Okay, Ethiopia, how on earth have you not even begun the siege, yet you've got your units up here? Either way, if Ethiopia grabs Thebes, that's going to be very interesting. It becomes a very scary head-to-head between Ethiopia and the Zulu. And maybe if someone like... there was a winner out of Nigeria and the Congo and Mali, maybe one of them could contend as well. But yeah, it would definitely set up for a Zulu-Ethiopia showdown, which would be amazing. I mean, look at the size of Thebes. That's going to be so useful. It's guaranteed. Like, as long as they don't screw it up and peace out early, they're going to get it at this point. So that's quite interesting, especially if you're rooting for Ethiopia. Don't think anyone is. Might have forgotten, though. Sorry, if you are. Korea just entered the industrial era. That's ridiculous. Obviously, sometimes the units are a bit behind, so don't take that as too much. Production is just as important. But that is pretty good. I don't know, are they standalone now? Are they pulling away from the Zulu? They were level on technology. Yeah, Korea's pulled away and the Zulu have fallen back into a pack of other civs. And I think it's a bit, not random, but there's not that much dominance as I was expecting. Like the Sioux, that's a bit of a surprise really, isn't it? They're not even the strongest in North. They're probably third strongest. Second. They have the technology. I don't know. Them and the Aztecs are behind the Iroquois. That's all we know. America's clinging on, but I'm afraid they're about to lose Florida. Or Philadelphia in Florida. And there we go. Finally, the Aztecs grab this, which does come with... No, I think they already had the Natural Wonder. So it just comes with a nice little river. There's one there, but the Sioux has that. This city's probably safe, and Japan is still trying to grab Osaka, and they may actually get it done. To be honest, it's in the yellow. Very possible. The Chinook don't really have any units left. That could actually go quite well for Japan, who are going to get stronger as the game goes on, despite losing Osaka early, because these cities are getting bigger. They're just going to provide a little bit more. It's going to be a bit nicer for them. I didn't add any resources to this area, by the way, and that it was the one bridge that they were really keen on. I added some to this one. But yeah, Japan, obviously, just not used to having all that land, was like, yep, we're going to have all of this. Oh wow, Brazil. And the Inca, with a wave of settling. New Inca city up here, and down here. And Brazil adding 2 as well, with Belo Horizonte and Fortaleza. So that's sort of a platform for boats to attack the Mayans. The Inca can now build boats in 2 places they couldn't before. They've already started doing that to get into the Pacific. Still, the bottom here is exposed. I mean, Brazil will eventually get it if they don't settle it. Mali, okay, they're probably going to kick Rome out of North Africa, aren't they? It was short-lived for Rome. You just thought, what, for once they might do well. They're just one of those civs. Rome and Germany don't do well very often. Germany do just grab Lodz, or they might have grabbed it a while ago and I missed it. There's so much going on at this point. But they have got it off Sweden. So they're looking pretty good, despite their early difficulties. And the fact that Russia and the Huns are doing pretty badly gives them a good chance. Obviously, if they can keep France at bay, the longer they survive, the better. I mean, just looking around, I mean, they could definitely match France, especially if Spain give them some difficulties as well, or just stay really scary. They have a lot of units. I think they're just crammed in. Actually, I want to know who's the strongest. I normally don't try not to peek too much at this, but I want to know who is... Okay, France is leading the whole world, never mind. But Spain is 6th, so that's pretty good. And obviously Germany would have lost some in the war. Yeah, 19th. 99,000. Okay, yeah, it's going a bit janky. Obviously they're changing. The Sioux just slapped a load of cities down up this way to grab a little bit more land. No, nothing wrong with that. The Shoshone are eliminated. Oh, they're out. The Sioux grabbing... That's pretty good. There's so much going on. Japan probably going to grab Osaka. I think Thebes is going to fall possibly this turn, to be honest. Wouldn't surprise me. Arabia pieced out with the Ottomans, Ethiopia, and the Zulu. Probably going to keep themselves alive down here for a little bit longer. Greece, everyone's entering the industrial era. And then Greece just hops along into the Renaissance era. There we go. Philadelphia has fallen. Another city. America down to 1. Another disappointing game for the US, I'm afraid. Pretty common at this point. Mongolia is still alive. Oh, they grabbed another city. The one they had before, but with a different name, with the same name. Russia grabbing another one here in the middle. If they can just grab as much as they can, they still have a chance. They could maybe take out Attila if they were to get strong enough. I don't know, it seems pretty equal at the moment. Despite, it being 2 cities v loads, Attila's are much bigger. So that's also going to play a part. Don't think Ethiopia have been yet, although it's onto the mods, so maybe they have. Yeah, they probably have. Yep, they definitely have. The Jar go last every turn, so that's fine. Surely, I want to see if this actually goes down. There is some other interesting events, but this is really important, so I'll keep an eye on the other ones. Just keep an eye out for the white writing. Atlanta might have fallen really quickly, but no, it's not going to drop just yet. Is there another city? I don't know, probably. Oh yeah, Japan nearly took one, but they go at the end. Egypt have been. It's the cities. Siam v Egypt, that doesn't matter. Spain v Greece doesn't matter. Ottomans v Greece does matter, but to be fair, Greece are really strong in the sea, so they're probably going to be fine. Here's Ethiopia's turn. Nope, they're just pushing things in, taking their time. No pressure. The Huns v Egypt, no, that doesn't matter at all. Yeah, the Ottomans have probably got more, but it's more spread out. It's not really as useful. Not much of it's actually in the Mediterranean, whereas all the Greece's is sort of here. And there we go, Japan retaking their territories. Osaka is theirs again, as the Chinook pushed back to the west coast. It's going to be a very interesting region of the map, I think. Japan, if they could maybe now settle up here, one more city, that would be nice. Build boats up in this area. That could be quite useful. The Jar v Siam is a bit of a slow start, but it does look like the Jar may grab this city, which will cut Siam off from their northernmost new territories. Napoleon grabs the Red Fort. Interesting. How's he doing against Germany at this point? Still pretty close, yep. Cologne is going to be such a big city here because it's literally stopping France from taking Frankfurt here, alongside the Alps. I forgot Greece had Sparta. So yeah, Rome could put a dent in Greece's defences, I guess. But I think they're pretty busy, aren't they? Mali about to grab Marrakesh by the look of it, which will give them control. I mean, control of entry to the oceans is not as important anymore. Obviously, they're all chopped up and very small. Valencia from Spain, right next to Brazil. That's going to be one heck of an interesting matchup. It's going to be very difficult for them to fight each other as well. It's going to make it more fun. Boats are going to play a huge role. Spain with another settler heading up this way, so there will be a player in North America if they settle sort of here in Cuba. That's going to be quite interesting. They'll be involved with the Mayans, certainly, and they'll have to watch out for the Iroquois, who are about to grab Atlanta. And there we go, Mali just slowly expanding. They actually have a huge amount of land when you look at it on the map. As they grab Marrakesh. Not sure they'll be able to take much more off Rome. I think this should be fine. Ethiopia is into the industrial era, and surely this might be the turn. All the units are close. They can't reshuffle them again. Surely not. That should be enough. I don't know where the Aztec settlers went, by the way. Oh, there's one. Heading out this way. I don't know where the other ones went. I think they took them back. Maybe they died. Don't really see them. And they're not really out here towards Australia, which is where you'd expect them to be if they were here. The Jar are definitely going to grab this, but it's going to be so slow. They've just got such a long border, they can't really focus anywhere. And that's the issue. So they just need to chip away at them though. That's fine. Take this, maybe peace out for one of these. Just do it again as soon as you can. That should be a fine strategy for you. Greece is slowly thinning out. It's looking a bit worrying. Obviously, like I said, Rome would be a real nail in the coffin for them. Shaka brought his stuff back? No. Oh, okay, yeah. So Egypt's going to be eliminated next. So Ethiopia grab Thebes, and that's going to be really big. They are looking very strong in East Africa right now. Shaka will not be impressed. The Congo maybe did do enough just by getting themselves strong enough, holding off against the Zulu a little bit. Now they've grabbed new cities as well. I mean, if the Congo could somehow take out Nigeria, not that I don't want Nigeria to go. They look actually really good themselves. But yeah, if the Congo could add that to their empire, like they could even put maybe a dent in the Zulu campaign, at least for now. Later on, that might change. There's so much going on, but it's all just sort of stopped for a second. There is something going on here. Yep, there we go. Literally, as I clicked, it came up. Atlanta falls, and that is America eliminated. Lots of civs being eliminated. The Iroquois now have pretty much all the East Coast, city-wise. I mean, there's some land here. But yeah, that's looking pretty scary. And of course, their generals have cars, even though they don't know what cars are. I say that. Their workers have got the steamships. So maybe they're a bit more advanced than we give them credit for. Oh, Japan, you better not lose that after just gaining it. And we have the first ideology. That was quick. Spain did just settle as well. And it's a canal. I love it. That's very smart. Now they can attack Brazil on this sea. Sudden good move. Rome pieced out with Mali. Thank goodness. I was a bit nervous when I saw these hadn't fallen, that they might have given one of these away. But no. They didn't break it. There we go. People with the pointy sticks. Napoleon leads the way. Quite a way ahead of Shaka, 2,000 ahead, but then he's like 3,000 ahead of the Congo. That's what we like to see. Those two at least competing with each other. Iroquois 4th, Sioux 5th. Those two competing as well. Very close. That's what we like. Russia and the Ottomans are Russia? I don't know how they're on there. That's... How the heck... I don't know about that, but okay, whatever. It's hard to tell by eye, I guess. The Ottomans... Spain, yep, 3 Europeans, pretty much, very nice. The Aztecs are still here. Australia, so that we're probably kind of near the bottom of the list at this point. 34 civs remain, which means I killed, so there was 41 competing. I'm 1, And then I killed one before we even started, so that's 2 out. So yeah, we're 7 down already. Egypt should go this turn. Wow, we're going through them pretty quickly. We're down to 33. I'm losing my voice again. I don't think this is the right, right path for me. I swear it happens like once a week while recording. Great. Oh, there was something else that happened. The Jar finally took the city. Assuming Siam doesn't get it back, that will split them in half and make things kind of awkward for them. And even Indonesia seem to have won this battle. I don't think they'll take the city, but you never know what will happen in the peace deal. Might go in their favour. How are Germany doing right now? Who are they actually fighting? I like how they're not even trying to defend from France. Their units are just sat here in the middle. You still at war with Rome? Thought you would have given up on that one by now. Surely next turn. Surely. Oh, and the Chinook grabbed Osaka back. Great. Good job, Japan. Really impressed. Thebes at 25. I was going to say that's the biggest in the world. I mean, it might have been before it started starving, which I assume it is right now. But yeah, Nigeria has a 28 pop, and I haven't even looked at the rest of the map. There might be a bigger one. It's unlikely. It needs to be one of the small medium civs that hasn't settled much and slowed their growth. And yeah, all the other ones are pretty... I don't really think there's a contender to beat 28. 28. That's really impressive the more when you say it. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Korea maybe? Nope, not even close. Don't think anywhere in Europe. There's 22 in Berlin. But yeah, no 28s. That is pretty scary. Shaka's probably nowhere near, is he? Nope. Persia and Britain declared war on Arabia. They'll be fine. Siam did retake their city. Attila finally does something. Took him a while. He's woken up again. Surprised he was not... He looks like he could beat the Hunt, Russia right now. But apparently according to that list, no. Oh my goodness, how have you screwed this up again, Ethiopia? Come on, they'll peace out next turn. I'll be so frustrated. They do not have their unique units, which is going to be a good time for them. Japan retaking their city. Spain pieces out with Great Britain. And more importantly, this is very interesting. Nigeria v Mali. Mali look a bit overstretched right now. If Nigeria could grab a couple of cities, things will get very interesting. And the Jar, under their new name, took a different city over that time. That's getting so confusing. Stop changing names. Or at least don't do it so often. Wow, we've overshot by 3 minutes. Shows you how exciting this has been. That's fine, we'll wait for this turn to end. It's actually more difficult to stop in the middle of a turn. So that's fine. Greece versus Egypt, that's brave. I mean, they've held off the Ottomans. Don't really see... I mean, it's just out of pity, isn't it? The Ottomans are actually probably going to take Athens now. That changed very quickly. But yeah, this is surely the turn. I think Ethiopia haven't been yet. It does... I think it normally... I'm pretty sure it goes Vanilla Civs, Gods and Kings, Brave New World mods. I think that's what it just did. There we go. Egypt's out. Thebes falls. And now Ethiopia are definitely a contender. If they weren't before, they definitely are now. It's very scary. If we get left with 4 African civs, like really strong ones, like if there's a big winner in Nigeria v Mali, that's going to be so exciting. Because we've got 3 in North America now. It's the Aztecs, the Sioux, and the Iroquois. It's going to be very exciting. The Aztecs need to pull a bit of a miracle out. They're the underdog. They need a bit of luck. Like, they need to team up and just get really lucky. But it's still possible. The Jar just took another city and changed its name, which is useful. I assume it probably doesn't even change back if the Siam get it back, which sucks. 2 cities falling. In South America, it's probably going to be Brazil. Oh, Nigeria has a settler here. It's probably going to be Brazil. But, I mean, 2 new cities. Aztec, Canal. The Inca grabbing one as well. Interesting. But that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, please do be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.